Guys, hey, welcome to my channel, Positively Positive, where I try to give you tips and ideas about trying to stay positive and trying to see the bright side of things. Today, I'm going to focus on easy steps to simplify your life. So just trying to simplify it. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to start following a simple routine. Our bodies are made up so that when we don't follow a routine and we're unsure of what's going to happen, it causes chaos. And so we are not thinking as clearly, we're not getting as good a night's sleep as we would otherwise, and then we are just not as healthy overall. I don't know if you've heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So he speaks about the five most important things that we need as human beings. And one of the most basic and important things that we need is just knowing. So a routine can be something as simple as just a few things that you start doing in your daily life. I started really practicing going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time. I noticed that if I don't, and that I'm one night going to bed at 11 and the next night at 2 in the morning, I'm exhausted, I get brain fog, I'm not as sharp, and I'm just not as successful. So it kind of just is not, it's detrimental to our health. So what we need to do is go to bed, let's say at 10:30, and then wake up every day at 6:30. So, or whatever you need for your individual health, whatever makes you feel the best, you need to figure that out, and then you need to stick with that. Now, if you stick with it for 21 days, this is the cool thing. If you stick with something for 21 days, it will become a habit, and then you won't even have to think about it. You just do it. It's just something that's part of your life, and you don't even think about it. So the initial, few weeks is going to be tough, and you're going to have to really stick with it. After that, it gets easier. So another thing that I started implementing is I take a shower at night instead of in the morning, and that saves me probably 20 minutes. So I'm not drying my hair the next morning, and I'm not having to worry about shaving or whatever needs to be done. I'm getting that done the night before, and then I wake up in the morning and I can style my hair how I need to, and I don't have to worry about drying it. And so that for me really helps a lot, and that saves me a lot of time. Okay, so next I want you to start planning your meals. You can figure out what works best for you and your family, but what works for me is on Sunday I figure out, okay, we're having this for the rest of the week. Every day I plan a meal, and then when it comes to that day, I'm not thinking about it. All I have to do is I know, okay, on Tuesday we always have tacos, so I don't even have to think about Taco Tuesday, that, hey, we're having tacos. I just need to pull that meat out and thaw it out. And then let's say on Thursday we have meatloaf, I'm going to have to pull out that, ground turkey and get that thawed out and ready and prepped. And then you're not scrambling because having to wait until the last minute to prepare your meals is so stressful and extremely time consuming. So it doesn't have to be something that's really stressful or elaborate or anything like that. It can be just very simple meals. And I find that when I have the whole week planned out, it just goes smoother. I know what to expect. I'm healthier. I'm happier. And you know what? So is the family. Because we don't have those days where I'm saying, well, it's a leftover day because I didn't plan, so everyone, let's just look in the fridge and see what we've got, kind of thing. Of course, I never do that. So I that's what I do. I love to do that. Another thing is I get the family involved. So I'll ask the kids, hey, what's your favorite meal? And go pick a day and we'll have that meal on that day. Well, you know what happens? They start helping. It's amazing. They get excited and they're like, oh, today it's my day to choose the meal. And I chose that we're going to have whatever they choose, tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. So they get all excited, and you know what? They're more willing to help, and they're more willing to go and set the table. So that's a little tip for you. If you want to get your kids involved and maybe have them excited about it instead of trying to force them to help, it helps when they're excited. So I do have a quote that I wanted to read, and it's by Steve Maraboli. And he says, by choosing healthy over skinny, you are choosing self-love over self-judgment. So we don't have to eat, we don't have to not eat, I guess I should say. We need to eat to be healthy. And so it is important to plan healthy meals and to plan these meals out, plan the snacks out, so that we're not thinking about what are we going to eat, or I'm not going to eat because I need to get skinny, or you're worried about what you look like, or what other people think. So for me, being healthy is so much more important than being skinny. And if it was me at 20, I would have said something different. But me now, I'm saying I love myself enough that I'm going to take care of myself. And I'm not going to focus on, okay, we need to just get skinny, because that's not a healthy way of looking at it. And so I think it's really important, especially if you do have kids, little girls and daughters, to teach them, hey, we can eat healthy meals and it's okay to eat. We don't have to starve ourselves. But it is important to be healthy, and it's important to have that as part of like conversations, and to talk about it and not have it something that you're ashamed of. So I think if we love ourselves and we take care of our bodies, we will just be so much happier. And so with the meal planning, it helps, because then you're not thinking, you're not rushing to plan those healthy meals. You get hungry, and if you've planned, you have a snack right there. So you have a little baggie of mixed nuts, or whatever your go-to snack is. You have something there, and you're eating, you're taking care of yourself, and you're also teaching by example to your kids and whoever else is watching. So, and for yourself, just loving yourself, that's so important. And I just love that when I do plan meals, I feel like I have more energy, and I feel like I don't have to stress about eating unhealthy or worrying about it. Another nice thing is that if you are planning your meals, you can say, hey, this week is Thanksgiving, so I know I'm going to eat unhealthy one day, and that's okay, because you can budget it in a way to your meal planning. So you could say, okay, I'm going to kind of cut down on the calories earlier in the week, and then have, my day that I'm going to eat this delicious, turkey dinner. And then you're not having to worry about what am I going to do, because you've planned it. It's already set up. It's already planned. You know exactly what's going to happen. So that's one awesome thing about meal planning. So you got to start doing that, because you're going to feel so much better, and you're going to be a lot less stressed. Okay, so now we are to the topic that I struggle with the most, and that is to minimize your wardrobe. So we, as a culture, have so many things. We just are constantly buying things, and we feel like we always need more, and I totally am that way. But I've been trying to just minimize what I have, what I wear, and I feel like it's easier to do the laundry, and it's easier to plan what I'm going to wear. So I'm sure everyone's heard of Marie Kondo, and she has written the book, The Marie Kondo Method. And so she talks about simplifying your wardrobe, or simplifying So the next thing that I want to talk about is making time to relax. I know that in our culture, we are always caught up in doing, we're always working, we're always doing social activities, and if we're not, then we need to be entertained. We feel like we need to be on our phone. We feel like we need to watch a movie or be watching TV, listening to music. There's always noise. There's always something going on, and okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is being able to say no. And I have struggled with this in the past because I was worried what people might think of me. And I just felt like I needed to say yes, and that if I wasn't saying yes, that maybe I wasn't a good person. If I wasn't babysitting for someone, I've done that a lot, where I've babysat and I've been just completely drained, and it was really stressful, and I would say, yeah, I can do that, definitely. And the problem with that is a lot of times if you say yes to something that makes you uncomfortable, or maybe you're not 100% into it, then you're going to get asked again and again and again, because how are they supposed to know that you're not okay with that? They think it's okay. And so you need to be able to be comfortable with yourself and love yourself enough to be able to say no. It's hard at first. And you know what? You're going to find out who your true friends are. Because this is something that if someone really cares about you and really loves you, if you tell them no and you tell them, hey, I'm overwhelmed, I just can't do that, I can't do this social thing, I'm sorry, they're going to understand. And they're going to be empathetic towards you. But if they're not truly your friend and they get mad or upset about it, that is selfish of them. And so that's not on you. So don't take that personally. And I've had to learn that the hard way. And it's okay that not everyone likes you. It's okay. Because you know what? Not everyone is going to like you. And that's just the way it is. So you need to make sure and take care of you and make sure that you're taken care of. Because if you're not, then no one else is going to do that. So you need to go out of your way and take care of your body and take care of your health, because that's the most important. Because then when you're happy and you're healthy, you can spread that to other people, and then you will have the energy to help those people that are your true friends or are truly do love you and care about you, rather than the people who are just there to maybe just take advantage, because unfortunately in life there are those people. So it's okay. Tell somebody no. Say, sorry, I can't do that. And you know what? It's all right. Don't feel guilty. Just go for it and try it and see how you feel. At first it might be hard, but you know what? Do it for 21 days. Start saying no more, and you are going to feel better. Also, you can still say yes as much as it makes you feel comfortable. Don't feel like you can't say yes. I mean, obviously say yes, but it only is when it's healthy for both sides, and it's comfortable for both sides. It's not just serving one person and not the other. So make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you love yourself, and realize that there's people in this world who love you so much, and you'll see that, and you will feel so much better about yourself, because you'll know that, hey, you do have people there for you, and you do have family and friends who love you for you. And so you need to realize that, and you need to realize that you are number one. You are important. Okay, so we're to our last little topic I've got to talk about. So it is to schedule your workouts. I love to work out. It's just something that makes me feel so good. And I have struggled with being healthy my entire life. I've gone up and down in weight and sizes, and I've starved myself for days on end because I wanted to look like someone else. And you know what? I'm not going to look like other people. I'm going to look like me, and I'm okay with that. I love working out. It makes me feel great. So it doesn't have to be where you're doing a huge workout or you're going to the gym and lifting weights. You just need to schedule it, though. So if you just decide you're going to go for a walk for 20 minutes 3 days a week, that's okay. You can do that. But make sure that you have that on your schedule, and that you have that time blocked out for that exercise. Because if it's not on your schedule, then you're going to come up with excuses. Exercising at first is really hard, and it's hard to get used to. And so at first it's going to be a struggle. If you don't exercise, it's going to be a struggle. But once you get exercising, you're going to find that you feel so much better, and you have so much more energy. And not only that, you are going to be so much sharper and just able to think clearer. And I love that. I love that I'm able to, after I'm done with the workout, I just feel so inspired, and I'm able to come up with great ideas, and I'm more creative, and it's awesome all the way around. I really feel like it's important for us. We're not made to just sit. So we need to get up, we need to exercise. And for me, what I've been doing is I'll look at my gym schedule, and because I really love going to fitness classes, that it takes the guesswork out of it, so I don't have to worry, am I lifting this weight the right way, or do I look silly doing this, because I'm being told how to do it. So I'll go to a spin class, or I'll go to like a boot camp class, and it's hard. Also, this is another thing, if you go to a workout class, you're not going to want to leave because it's embarrassing. And it's that ego thing inside of us that we don't want to be embarrassed. So you know what, if you're going to a workout class, there's other people in there, and if you have equipment, it's going to take a little bit to pick up your weights and go put them away, and pick up your mat and go put that away, and then you have to wipe everything down. And so you don't want to do that. It makes you want to stay that whole hour. So for me, that helps. It's definitely encouraging to stay. Another thing that's important is, if you are going to work out, you should be telling people, and you should be talking about it, or writing it down. Write it in your journal, write it on the calendar, so that once you've made that commitment, you're not going to back out of it as easily. It's going to be harder, because what's going to happen when you tell your sister that, hey, I'm going to go to this workout class, and then she calls you the next day, and you're talking, and she says, hey, how'd that workout class go? And you're like, oh, well, I didn't go, and it's the ego thing again. You want to you want to make sure that it's just you want to impress people. So it's that thing where you don't have to impress other people, but this helps definitely to tell people that you're going to work out because it makes you want to do it more. So your goals, it helps you to tell people what your goals are and what you're working on, and then to write them down. And once you write them down, it's like you just are going to do that. It makes you want to do it more. And so I encourage you, the whole 21-day thing is really important. So do this for at least 21 days, and then it's not going to be hectic or hard or something that you're going to have to think about a lot. It's just going to be part of your just daily routine. It's just going to be part of life, and you'll just automatically do that. So that is all of my steps to keep your life simple. I hope that you're able to start doing all of these things, and I'd really love to hear from you, and maybe just comment and tell me like your experiences with this, because I feel so much better, and I bet you will too. And so I love you guys so much, and I'm just spreading my good vibes to you all, and I'm hoping that you go out there and you just crush it and do awesome. And I love you. All right, bye.